Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man Drutube, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and of course, Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. God will provide in your time of need. Ignore the devil and realize that your faith will make a way for you. A lot of us have been going through things lately. Things haven't been perfect. Things haven't been the way they should be, maybe, but everything's still going to work out for you. So put a smile on your face and rejoice, because better days are on their way. Everything is going to turn out how you expect it to, and you're going to be in your rightful place, which is a righteous place for you. The devil wants to paint a picture in your mind that things won't work out, that you're not going to get to where you need to go. Things aren't what they seem to be. You think everything is going okay and everything is right, and then, there are things that will happen that will make you feel otherwise. But I suggest that you don't go with that feeling, because that's the devil trying to bring you down and tap into your negative thinking. The devil loves to use us to tap into our mind and our negative thinking, because that way he can have a greater access to us and allow us to eliminate ourselves through our own negative self-talk, our own negative self-thinking, our own expectations. Sometimes bad situations can make you expect worse. So if something is not going right and you choose to go wrong with it, you're pretty much expecting everything that's coming along, or everything that would come along with a negative experience. So if you refuse to accept negative experiences and what may happen as a result of them, even though you still may be in a rut or the situation you're in isn't the most positive, you're making a way for yourself. You're making a way for yourself in the wilderness. You're digging a ditch. You're providing a way for God to fill that ditch by maintaining faith and keeping a positive attitude. If you don't have your faith, there's no way God can help you. All right, you have to have faith in order for him to know what you need. Your faith, your patience is a prayer in itself. The fact that you know God will work a miracle for you and things will turn out exactly how you want them to, exactly how you need them to, that's a prayer within itself. The devil wants you to think that it's not going to happen and the worst is going to happen to you. The devil wants you to expect the worst. He wants you to think that your life is over, things aren't going to work out for you, your past is going to haunt you for the rest of your life, you're not going to be able to get over your past. Just anything that's not too positive, that's what the devil's all about. And you have to have faith and keep your mind on God and keep your mind on the good things, because he actually does care for you. You may not be right here with him, but he's right here with you. You need to realize that God is with you all the time. And he already knows what we're going through. He already sees what we're going through. And he already knew what we were going to go through. So technically, it's really nothing to worry about. All right, we worry ourselves over nothing. And like I said, that's just us giving into the devil and putting our faith to the side. And if you give into the devil, you're putting your faith to the side. If you take a hold of a worry, you're putting your faith to the side. If you take a hold of fear, you're putting your courage to the side. God didn't give us worry. God didn't give us fear. God gave us courage, love, strength, and a sound mind. So we really have to put ourselves back in the proper thought process. We have to put ourselves back in check, because if God already knew what we were going to do and God already knew what was going to happen to us, then it's nothing to worry about. You know you have a purpose. You know God has a greater plan for you. That's why God says, be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. You have to be still and know that I am is present in your life. Despite haters, despite noises, despite negativity, despite evil, despite people trying to stop you, despite anything that might get in the way, you have to just be still and know that your situation is going to turn out well. All right. Your situation is going to turn out good. It could be could be neighbors trying to interrupt you. It could be gang stalkers, all right, whatever it might be. It could be just you having a rough day. It could be the devil's trying to attack you throughout the day. Whatever it might be, it could be something that's just not positive, something that's negative. But you have to be able to just grab a hold of yourself and just keep a positive mindset. A lot of people who can just do that are using God and accessing God more than some religious people. If you can keep a positive mindset and you know that things are going to work out for you, regardless of what you call it, regardless of what you attach it to, you know that, hey, something good happened to you, something's going to work out for you. That's God within itself. You don't have to oh, and you don't have to be all super religious about it, or super sanctified, or get all holy about it. Or all you have to do is just know. It's like people get extra and people get dramatic and kind of make more of it than what it is. But technically speaking, if you want to be real about it, all you really have to do is know that, things are going to work out for me, a way will be made for me, I'm good, I don't have to worry. You're not giving into the evil. You're not giving into the devil. God already knows. You're accessing God. He's not going to blame you for not knowing he's the one blessing you, or not knowing, or not acknowledging that he did it for you. And and I don't mean that you shouldn't acknowledge him, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but all I'm saying is that all you have to do is keep a positive attitude. All right. God is already working in you and through you. And you're acknowledging God by keeping a positive attitude. It's not so much as God this, God that. It's really just you just keeping a positive attitude and knowing that things are going to work out for you, and knowing that, you know what, man, God loves me. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be okay. But even down to the person that just says, you know what, things are going to work out for me, I'm going to be okay. All I'm saying is that if a person could even just do that, they're accessing God and acknowledging him without even possibly knowing it. Without even knowing it. And I know there's verses in scriptures that say give praise and acknowledge and all these things. And so I'm aware of that as well. But please don't take this message out of context. What I'm saying is that if you could keep, all I'm trying to do is simplify it for anybody that may have a misunderstanding, or think that, well, I talked to God and he didn't hear me, or I prayed and this, that, and the other. What you have to do is realize that there's other ways and other forms of praying, just by knowing that, you know what, things are going to work out for me. I'm going to be okay. Everything's going to turn out how I want it to, and I'm going to be all right. You're not giving into fears. You're not giving into worries. You're not giving into doubts. You're not giving into your inner evil. You're not giving into the inner evils. The inner evils, the inner devils, the devils within, the devil within, all right? You have God within, and you also have the devil within. So you have to beat the one to get to the other. You have to beat the devil to get to God. You have to beat the evil within yourself to get to the good. So if you can beat the evil within yourself to get to the good, you're already acknowledging God by knowing that things are going to work out for you and everything's going to be okay. You have those people who will say God and thank you, Lord, and all these things, and that's cool too. But pretty much all you have to do is just give thanks, have gratitude, and be grateful, and know that a way is going to be made for you, and that a way will be provided for you, and that you're going to have what you need. All right, just want to simplify it for some people out there, because sometimes when people don't have the correct understanding of God and how to use him for you to become successful, and how to get what you need from him. All right, command you me. There's a whole Bible verse that says command you me. All right, God wants you to tell him what he wants you to do for you. He wants you to command him to work for you, to move for you. All right, so a lot of people get that confused. A lot of people sit around and they don't know what to do in certain situations. The best thing you could do is just do your best, put your effort, put in your effort, put in a great effort, but also realize that, man, I don't have to worry about this. I could do all the things that I need to do times 10. And even if I could work from sun up to sundown at trying to accomplish what it is I set out to do. If it doesn't work, God's still going to provide a way. I could spend a whole week doing what it is I need to do and get told no 7 days a week, a million times, guess what? God's still going to make a way. It's still going to be a way for me. Things are still going to work out for me. I'm still going to be okay. So you're really avoiding a lot of issues by not worrying and by not giving into evil, not giving into the doubt, not giving into what the devil wants you to think, because he wants you to think that it can't happen. He wants you to pay attention to your situation. He wants you to pay attention to how bad things may be. He wants you to pay attention to what's not working or what's not going right. He wants you to base your faith according to appearances. You see this, that's the way things are going to go, and it can't be any different. They told you it was going to happen this way. This is the way it is. It can't be any different. It's all she wrote. People have to have faith and not put their faith to the side. Put your fears to the side and hold on to faith. When something hasn't happened yet and you hold on to the fear of what might happen, you are basically having faith in a negative situation that hasn't even happened yet. Whether you know it or not, if you think something bad is going to happen, you're putting your faith in that bad situation. You're putting your faith in the fact that, you know what, things didn't go the way I wanted. I'm screwed. Things aren't going to work out. I'm going to end up at the bottom. I'm going to end up with nothing. I'm going to end up down and out. That's giving your faith to the worst of the circumstances. Even if you're in the worst circumstances already, if you give your faith to a positive outcome and have hope for a positive result, your mind is going to attract that to you. And that's why the Bible says God's ways are past finding out. And that's why people say God works in mysterious ways, because you can only access God in you, through you, and as you. It's a spirit, and that spirit is in each and every one of us. That spirit is in each and every one of us. When you pray, you're even praying to yourself. And a lot of people may not get this or understand this, but you're looking for something outside of yourself when the power and presence is within, and there's nothing to look for outside of yourself. It's already in you. So you just have to access it. And you really, if you're going to acknowledge that power and that force, it's best to acknowledge it and recognize it within yourself, because that's the only way you're going to experience it. That's the only way you're going to experience God, and that's the only way he's going to experience you, his creation. He has a direct connection to you because he created you. He created your spirit. You have a direct connection to him because he created you and he created your spirit. So you might as well have faith in that and know that God is going to take care of you. If you, this whole world, you have to view it as Satan has domain over it, but it's still God's house. All right. You know, you got that bad manager. He is in control of everything at that job as far as what his work is concerned. But guess what? Somebody owns that business. And this world is God's business. He owns this business. And that's why the world is yours. As a child of God, that's why the world is yours and you have nothing to worry about. The devil may run things how he wants to run them, but at the end of the day, God has the final say. Just like at the end of the day, the person who owns the business has the final say. They could fire the manager. They could destroy the manager. They could get him up out of here. But God just wants to test us because he knows what we're made out of. Him. So in order for us to get stronger, in order for us to tap into that inner God power and get closer to his power within us and realize how strong we are, we're put through certain times and through certain tests. So that way we can keep our faith and realize that no matter what we go through, God will still be there for us at the end of the day. So it really doesn't matter. God's always going to have your back. He's always going to be there for you. He got your back, your front, your side, above, below, adjacent, whatever it is, all the other fancy little scientific words and phrases for positions and directions, whatever, left, down, right, up, X, Y, Z, whatever you want to call it. All right. He's going to be there for you. All right. And he's going to have you protected and never neglected. And there's angels encamped and about around you, around and about you. Excuse me. There are angels encamped around and about you. You can't see them, but that deodorant falling off your shelf, what do you think that was? That thing falling off your wall. What do you think that was? God has angels in your environment and around you, encamped around you to protect you from all the spiritual things. So all we have to do is pray, and our angels are going to slay. I mean, this spiritual warfare, it gets annoying and they can attack your mind. But as far as that, we're blessed because nothing else, we've been praying. And as a result of that, nothing else has happened to us. So there may be some times of uncertainty. There may be some times of doubt where we think we're going to stay without. There may be some times where we think we're not going to shine, no matter how hard we try to get on our grind. It may not be something meant for us to find. You're looking, you're trying to make things work, you're doing what you need to do, but things still may not be turning out the way you expect them to. So as long as you're putting forth the effort and you're doing your best and you're staying focused, things will work out for you and God will provide a way for you. But sometimes sometimes the devil tries to get in your way and things don't work out according to your plan or the plan that God has for your life. So what you have to do is you just have to know and make sure that God is still going to take care of you. All right. You might be thinking everything good and then something bad may occur, something bad may happen, things may not go the way you expect them to, and now you have to go from where you're at. You have to start from where you're at. You have to focus on what's in front of you. The past is the past. What's no longer in your present, you have to put that aside, and you have to basically just be able to focus and concentrate on what's in front of you. All right, because what's done is done, what's in the past is in the past, and what is no longer is no longer. So you have to focus on what's important, which is the present moment, which is you staying positive and you knowing that no matter the situation, no matter the circumstance, no matter what it is you're going through, that if I keep my faith and I know that things are going to work out, I'm going to be fine. If you lived in your parents' house, back to the point I was trying to prove, but I'm a working man, so it had to go right to a job, had to go right to work. I'm sitting there talking about managers and all that, but this is the point I was trying to prove. The world is God's house. In your parents' house, right? If you stay with someone that cares for you in your house, parent, relative, grandparent, whoever, friend, family friend, whoever, you staying in somebody's house and they're taking care of you, what are they going to do? Make sure that you have everything you need to the best of their ability. And guess what? This world is God's house. You're just, this Bible verse proves this. How are we different from the birds? This is God's house. Nature, it's outside, but it's God's house. Wherever you are, you may be in a tent, you may be in a hotel room, you may be wherever you're at. I'm not sure. In your car, in a home, in an apartment, wherever you're at. You may be on somebody's couch, wherever you're at. You're still in God's house. All you have to do is keep a positive mindset and doors will open. All right. A negative mindset cuts opportunities out of your reality. So by this being God's house and you being his child, you're going to be provided for automatically. Things are going to work for you and things are going to happen for your greater good. What you have to do is realize that, you know what, regardless of what is happening right now, regardless of what I'm seeing, regardless of what I'm feeling, I know that a way is going to be made for me. I know God didn't have me make it this far for me to fall short of his glory and not continue on my journey towards success with the gifts and the talents that he gave me to succeed in the first place. A way will be made for you. All right. You may be worried right now how you're going to pay rent, how you're going to pay your car note, how you're going to provide food for yourself. You may be concerned about how things are going to work out, but everything's going to work out for you and things are going to be fine. You don't have anything to worry about because you already know who you believe in and you already know who you have faith in. So when the opportunities come and the doors open, don't be surprised. Just be thankful and be grateful. And this is why I'm always saying to give gratitude ahead of time. You have to be grateful for the things that you know God is going to do for you ahead of time, because that's what also a form of prayer and also a form of having faith. You're putting yourself in alignment and communicating to God what it is you need him to do for you by picturing your desired result, by feeling your desired result, by being grateful for your desired result, by not allowing the present circumstances to get in between your picture of your reality of you in being in agreement and acceptance, mental acceptance of your desired result. Believing is mental acceptance. If you believe, you mentally accept that things are going to work out for you. A lot of people don't believe really because they haven't accepted. Oh man, I don't believe in that. Well, did you mentally accept it for yourself? Oh man, I don't believe things can happen. Did you mentally accept it for yourself? Oh man, people mentally accept things without even knowing it, and disregard the fact that they're in belief of a negative outcome. And then when things happen that aren't their desired result or the outcome that they hope for, they want to blame God. They want to put themselves down. They want to say, "Oh man, this all these negative things." You have to change your negative mindset. Negative things keep happening. Excuse me. Negative things keep happening. You have to start thinking something different. You have to start changing your mindset for the better. That's the only way. That's the only way. Change your mindset for the better and realize that things are still going to work out for you no matter what. That's a child of God right there. It may look like the world's about to end, but if I can keep a positive mindset, a way will be made for me. God will make a way for you in the wilderness, and God will provide water for you in the desert. God will provide a pathway for you to have water in the desert. So if God could make a way for you to be able to have water in the desert, and for you to be able to get through the desert, and a way will be made for you in the wilderness, that's saying that in the darkest hour, in the worst situations, in the worst circumstances, when things seem like they're not working out or going your way, God is still here to stay. He's still got your back. Things will work out for you if you can believe that they will. It's all about your mindset. People get what their mind is fixated on. If you are fixated on problems, things aren't going to work out. If your mind is fixated on peace, things are going to work out. Your life is going to be an example of and a replica of the thoughts you think. So as things continue to get better, you're starting to realize that the things that I'm thinking are starting to pay off for me. Don't base your faith off of somebody not calling you back and hiring you for a job. Don't base your faith off of somebody not wanting you to work for their company. Don't base your faith off of somebody turning down your application. Don't base your faith off of people not getting back to you for how many times or however long. It could be the 20th time you got turned down. Don't base your faith off of that. Somebody wants you to work for them. Somebody's going to open a door for you. An opportunity for you to provide for yourself and take care of the things you need is going to be made for you. God will provide. Your needs will be met. All right. A way will be made for you in the wilderness. So God will provide in your time of need. You have to ignore the devil and realize your faith will make a way for you. Your faith is a shining light. And your faith is supposed to be a shining light in all that darkness. That darkness is trying to stop you from seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Your result. Your result is light. Your faith is light. Is going to be a distance between you and that light at the end of the tunnel, but that faith will help you see through that darkness. So as you're going and you're walking through the valley of the shadow of death, you can see that, you know what, it looks messed up around here. It looks jacked up around here. You got homeless people. You got people on drugs. You got people just living the worst way they could possibly want to live. You got all types of corruption and evil going on. All types of negative things. But guess what? Whatever your mind is fixed on, that's what you're going to get. Regardless of all the evil, regardless of all the negativity, regardless of all the spells casted, regardless of all the demonic activity and everything, regardless of all the spiritual warfare, regardless of gang stalkers and narcissists, you still have to have faith that, you know what, man, God will provide a way for me. They don't have to like me because God likes me. They don't have to like my spirit. They don't have to like how I'm coming. They don't have to like the type of person I am. They don't have to like my attitude towards life. They don't have to like the vibration that I give off. They don't have to like me. But guess what? In God's image, I'm perfectly made. Whatever's wrong, God will fix it. Whatever you need healed, God will heal you. God's healing you right now with the sound of my voice. Whatever problem you're going through, whatever body ache, whatever pain, you're healed right now. Whatever heartache, whatever body issue, whatever health issue, you're healed right now. Finances might be jacked up. You're healed right now. Joblessness might be attacking you. You're healed right now. Homelessness might be attacking you. You're healed right now. It's nothing that God can't do for you. People can laugh, say what they want. They can ha ha, he he. Just know that God is going to do something for me. It doesn't matter. The devil's going to use all these low vibrational people around you because you have faith and you believe in a higher power. The devil's going to be coming at you left and right. All right, things are going to be looking like they're not going to work out for you left and right. But guess what? All you have to do is, you know what, man? God's going to work away for me. He always has. He always will. I'm just going to be still and know that no matter what, I'm going to be taken care of and I'm going to be provided for. I'm going to do my part. I'm going to do the best that I can do with the situation that I'm given, and not use it as an excuse. Not using as use it as an excuse. Even if things go from bad to worse, it's a way is still going to be made for me. I'm still going to hold my faith. I'm still going to be patient and know that a turnaround is coming. It has to come. It's going to. I'm gonna force it with my faith. I'm not just gonna force it. I'm gonna force my faith. If you want to force something, force your faith. Know that, you know what, man, that was just trying to trick me and make me think that I'm stuck, I'm lost, I'm out here and I'm not going to be provided for, and nothing is going to work for me. Nothing's going to work out. No matter where I go, things aren't turning out how I expect them to. That's the devil trying to attack you because you're getting close and you're not giving up mentally. Don't worry about what's happening physically. You haven't given up mentally. That opportunity is going to come where you're going to get to shine. That time is going to come where you're going to get to do your thing, and all your experience and all your expertise and everything that you know that people hated to see, that people didn't want to see, that people low-key admired you for and got tired of you for. All those things are going to be used for you, for God's glory and his kingdom, for your benefit, and to raise you up in his holy name, so that way you can show people that all they need to do is be still, believe, and know that God will provide and make a way for them even in the darkest times, in the most dire circumstances. An opportunity will be made for you. A way will be made for you. So it doesn't matter how things look or what people are saying about you. They could poke fun. They could talk about your situation. They could say you should have did this, A, B, C, D, all of these things. What matters is right now. A lot of people's chit chatter is not doing anything. It's not fixing anything. It's only making the situation worse. What's the solution? If all you're going to do is sit there and complain, there's no solution making. All right, I can't be around that. What you need to do is realize that God is going to make a way for you. All right. Some people can't even spend time with themselves because they have an idea that things aren't going to work out for them. They worry themselves to death. They're creating a whole bunch of anxiety. Even if you got to get out and go for a walk, even if you got to sit out in nature, sit by a river, go out and be by the trees and the birds, whatever it is you need to do to get your energy renewed, get your mind renewed, lift your spirit back up, because you have to be in the energy and the mindset and the spirit of knowing that things are going to work out for you. You're putting yourself in alignment when you do that. You have to be in alignment with what you want. You have to get your mind focused on what you want. Forget what you don't want. Don't worry about what you don't want. Don't focus on the bad. Don't worry about the bad. Don't worry about what's not good. A way will be made for you and things are going to work out. People can tell themselves all these negative things and get themselves wrapped up in all these bad thoughts, and then wonder why they have this picture painted in their mind of the reality that they don't want. They're expecting the worst, but thinking they're going to experience the best. You get what you expect. If you expect to fail and things not to work out and things to go downhill, that's what you're going to get. Keep working on your mind. It's going to happen. Thou shalt be transformed by the renewing of your own mind. You will be transformed by the renewing of your own mind. You change your mind, you change your reality. You change your thoughts, you change your life. You change the way you speak, you change what you seek. You change what you see, you change what you get. People are ruining themselves worse by going wrong when things go bad. When things go wrong, you don't have to go wrong with them. Shout out to Les Brown. When things go wrong, you don't have to go wrong with them. People get into a bad situation and they just go bad with the situation. The situation is bad, then people go bad. Because why? Their fear and their doubts and their worries get the best of them. Your fears and your doubts and your worries will get the best of you when a negative situation comes and you go negative. When bad things happen and you go bad and happen along with them. If you go bad when things go bad, you're really screwing yourself. You're not even giving God an opportunity, because you cut yourself off, because you let go of your faith. When you let go of your faith, you destroy the connection. You make it fuzzy. You know how you're trying to download something or upload something and the internet may not be working good? That's you when your faith is not working good, when your mind is not focused on the right things. The connection is fuzzy, and the Lord can't get through to you. Angels can't get through to you. Messages can't get through to you. Downloads can't get through to you. A positive mindset is where it's at. Patience is where it's at. Being still and knowing that God will provide a way for you no matter who put your name in the mud, who put your name in the dirt, no matter who talked about you like you were less than of a child of God, no matter who spoke illy of you because of what you couldn't do or what they needed you to do and you couldn't make it happen. Regardless of all that, regardless of what they wanted you to be, and regardless of what you didn't turn out to be, God will provide a way for you and you're going to be fine and everything is going to turn out good for you. And you know that. All right. So keep your faith, keep a smile on your face, and all you have to do is just chill and relax. And don't worry. You're God's child. He's going to make a way for you. He's not going to leave you out here desolate, without, and destroyed and downtrodden so the devil could further use you. No, God wants to use you. The devil's trying to misuse you. All right. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash that like button. Smash that share button. Somebody need to see this. All right. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.